And welcome back to another Premier League preview. The Premier League is finally back after a bit of a break for us. And my God, it's been boring without having Liverpool to watch. It really has. Even watching other teams, watching other leagues and stuff like that, it's just not the same, is it? It's just not the same. But I'm glad that the lads have had a break as well. It is obviously one of those things that we'll get used to. Hopefully next year as well. Hopefully a bit better. Maybe they'll come in line with some of the other leagues as well in terms of the length of the break as well. 10 days isn't really the longest break of all time, but it's more than they've ever had in forever for a winter break. So it can only hopefully be a positive. The only negative that could come from this, if anything, is whether it stunts any sort of momentum. But hopefully I think that this team could get past that anyway. So Liverpool are going to take on Norwich as well. Norwich away, the team that we opened our Premier League season with a 4-1 victory. In that game, Alisson went out injured after trying to kick the ball or do a clearance or something like that. So we lost Alisson that day. We won 4-1 and Norwich played well. And since then, it just has not gone to plan for Norwich. I don't know. Norwich played... Generally, they play nice, like good football. They don't get the results. It's a real shame, to be honest, because it does genuinely look like Norwich are one of the ones that are already going down, and it really is such a shame because they do actually play some decent football. They've got some decent results as well. Probably their best result they've had all season was against Man City 3-2. Which was an unbelievable performance, unreal performance. And their manager's really likeable. Daniel Farke, or Fark, however you say his name. He's actually a really likeable manager, and it's just not, working out for them at the moment, like this season. And credit to Norwich for sticking with their manager who got them up as well, instead of, that they could have looked at the results and binned him, and they haven't done that. And that's a credit to them as well. Maybe some people could say, oh, that's to a fault, but I think it's like he's deserved his chance to try and, put things right. And it just, like I say, it's just not working out for them, and it's a real shame. It's not one of those, they're not one of those teams where I'm like, yes, they deserve to go down or something like that. It really isn't the case. Like, when I look at like a West Ham or someone like that, they do deserve to go down because their owners are awful and they don't play great football either. You look at some other teams as well, it's really difficult to say that other teams deserve it. Really, probably only West Ham really do. Norwich, as I say, you can't have 4 wins, 6 draws, 15 losses. It's just not going to work out well for you, and it is a shame. They've got some decent players that they'll probably struggle to keep hold of, to be honest, past this summer. Unless barring a miracle, and teams around them like a Bournemouth, a West Ham, or Watford start to do worse than Norwich, barring a miracle, Norwich are going down, and it is a genuine shame because I thought that at the start of the season, when they played against us, opening day of the season, I genuinely felt, even if you could probably go back and see like my review of that game, where I was like, you know what, we won 4-1, but they made a game of that. They played really well, played good passing moves, they got in behind our back line quite a few times, got some good opportunities. Pukki scored his first goal of the season. And they just have not been able to kick on and build on that sort of performance since then. Now, for Liverpool sort of things, or from a Liverpool perspective, things are looking very good. You can't lie about it. You can't really play it down. Things are looking very good, and even on the injury front, things are looking very good. On the app that I'm using here, it says that Sadio Mané is still listed out as injured, but he's been back in training, which is a massive positive. A really big positive. Now, do I think that the likes of Sadio Mané will play against Norwich? I'm not sure. If he plays against Norwich, I'd be doubtful of whether he plays against Atletico Madrid on Tuesday. Because again, that's another big game as well. Difficult game against a European giant. And yeah, I think that's another big game that, someone like Mané could be given that little bit extra time. He hasn't really been injured for us since maybe his first season with us, when he missed the end of the season. I think that could be right. So he's been a very consistent player for us, Mané, and we certainly don't want to go, down the road of possibly re-injuring the player by taking unnecessary risks against Norwich. Doesn't want to be disrespectful to Norwich, but they are bottom of the table for a reason. This is where you could see a little bit of rotation come in, even for the likes of Salah, maybe even Bobby Firmino. You could see a lot of rotation for this game against Norwich ahead of playing Atletico Madrid. That is, that's definitely something that could happen. So, running through the lineup that we had against Southampton, which was our last Premier League game. Obviously, the last game we had was against Shrewsbury, but that was a completely different lineup entirely. The last Premier League lineup we had was Alisson, Trent, Gomez, Van Dijk, Robertson, Henderson, Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Salah, Bobby Firmino, and Oxlade-Chamberlain. And very, very good game for everybody. Really, really good game. Other, changes that we could make there, obviously it looks like, we've got Matip back, we've got Lovren back. So you could see, I think Milner might still be out, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, so there's options that you could change, in the back line. There's even some of the young lads could even maybe get a chance, like Nico Williams could come in and get a chance at right back, perhaps. That could happen, because he's proven himself in a couple of games that he's actually worthy of a spot, I think, anyway, in my opinion. So Nico Williams could be a good shout at right back, and then you get Trent against Atletico Madrid. Not saying that these guys can't play these two games within like 3 or 4 days, but these are just options that we've got. In midfield, instead of maybe a Henderson, Gini Wijnaldum, you could see like Naby Keita, you could see Adam Lallana, you could even see, Oxlade-Chamberlain playing a midfield role. You could definitely see something like that. And then up front, you could most likely see, let me think. You could see Minamino play instead of one of the front three. You could also see Oxlade-Chamberlain play as part of the front three. So you could have like Oxlade-Chamberlain, you could have Minamino instead of Salah or something like that. And then you could play, say, you play Origi instead of Bobby Firmino or something like that. Depends on how much rotation they want to do for this game. You know what? And Jurgen Klopp being Klopp might just turn around and go play full strength in this game as well. Might do the same against Atletico Madrid. Get the wheels turning. Anything could happen in terms of starting lineup, and it's really difficult to predict what it'll actually be. I think it could be a bit of a mixture. I think you could see a bit of resting for some players, but then obviously some people will be like, why would you rest players when they've just had a 10-day break? Yeah, I absolutely get it. I really do get it. So yeah, on that, I think we could go full strength in this game. I think there might be some changes. I think you could see Minamino get a start instead of, have Mané saved for Atletico Madrid. There's also the thing, Mané might not be ready for Atletico Madrid, because he's still going to have to build up a bit of fitness and stuff like that as well, like match fitness. And he might not be available until next weekend. We don't know. We don't know how ready he's going to be after his injury. But obviously some training videos were out online that Liverpool put out, and he looks sharp. He looks really, really sharp. So we just don't know. We don't really know. But I think whatever lineup that we put out against Norwich, even though we're away from home on this one, I think that we can get the win. I really do. Definitely think that we can get the win. I'd like us to keep a clean sheet this time. Obviously we didn't keep a clean sheet last time. Some people might turn around and say that was because Adrian come on and stuff like that and conceded the goal. But regardless of that, I think we could keep a clean sheet. But I think for us, if anything, at this point, at this stage of the season, how we're playing, and what we've obviously accomplished this season so far in terms of the wins, the draws, the draw, I should say, the wins, the draw, and no losses yet in the Premier League. I think that this is something that clean sheets aren't necessarily the be-all and end-all of what we do right now. It's just about picking up the wins. And I think that we can definitely get the win. Whether it's going to be as comprehensive as scoring 4 goals like we did last time against Norwich, I'm not too sure. I think that they will still cause their problems as well, getting the ball forward, the passing moves and such like that. But I think that we will still have enough. I think we'll definitely have more than enough to overcome Norwich. So I'm going to go for... I want to go for 2-0. Some people might say that that's conservative, but I think, again, I think it's one of those, like with Atletico, sort of like in the distance, like that you're looking at as well. I don't know how how hard we're going to go in this game. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how, like, full throttle we're going to go in this game. So I'm going to go for 2-0. I think that that's definitely a result that we can definitely achieve. But let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm just happy that the Premier League's back for us. Oh my God, 5:30 kick-off tomorrow, and we actually get to watch it because it's on TV. Get in. I can't wait. I honestly, genuinely, I'm looking forward to it. I'll be nervous before the game, like, you know, I always am. Get the butterflies and everything. But it's just been such a bit of a drag. You know, trying to just, oh yeah, we'll watch some La Liga, we'll watch some French League, we'll watch some Serie A. It's just not the same. It's just not the same at all. So, let me know what you think in the comments below ahead of the game. Who do you think is going to be starting for us? Do you think Mané will play a part, or will we rest him for Tuesday against Atletico? And, you know, just let us know who you think would start in this game for you. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please do like it and subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you once again, and I'll catch you later.